start off the business manager update with. I've always said that the most exciting time to be a union member is whenever you got the opportunity to negotiate a contract, right? That's when you actually get to sit down and have a meaningful conversation over wages and working conditions. So we started out this week with line clearance on Monday and went to the table with the members' proposals and thoroughly discussed each one of those proposals and walked away with a fantastic economic package. We 3.2 wage increase, GWI, and then of course contractors picked up the Lineco increase. So overall, that's about 11% total package. So fantastic, and that votes went out yesterday in the mail. Need to be postmarked by the 15th of December. And then will be counted here in the office on the 18th of December. So encourage all of you to exercise your ultimate right as a union member and vote that contract. Very excited about that. That's 5.5% wage increase over 2 years. So that's pretty unique for that agreement and helps us narrow that gap in the 53 wage. So the committee really encourages a yes vote on that thing, and we're moving that forward. So. We also then on Tuesday, we're down, Gene, Sicard, and I, along with the company negotiators, sat down and third session with Midwest Energy, Alex and Dustin and Daniel, and walked away with no takeaways, about 11 different bullets of improvements in that agreement, and then an economic package of 4, 2, and 2. So again, another very good package. That went in the mail yesterday also. I do want to say that we had little office equipment issues yesterday. So when you open that envelope at Midwest Energy, it may be a little discombobulated inside. Everything should be there, but it may not be in the order I would prefer it in. But your vote letters in there along with instructions and ballot and all of the tentative agreement information. So. Be patient as you open that envelope. We'll do better next time. On a more serious note, our pensions are becoming under attack again. About a year ago, the IBEW alerted us that there was some congressional action on a pension bill, and so most of the business managers that have multi-employer pensions flew out to D.C. and met with their congresspeople and got it shut down. So this time there's a white paper, so it's not actually a legislation, it's not a bill, which makes it even more dangerous because this white paper then will get attached to the omnibus bill for the budget for next year, and so it could be snuck through that way. And so it's very, very important that we all take the time to contact our senators. What we're going to do is send a postcard out. The postcard is going to have a link for you to go to get more of the talking points. Working with the other business managers in the state, we're going to try to set up a QR code where you could actually download a letter if you want to email it or send it to your senators. We'll have their contact information also so that you can contact them. Just as a quick overview of the white paper, they want to add some taxes to the or penalties, I should say, to the multi-employer plans. So for us here at IBEW, there's two very, very direct impacts. Your pension benefit fund, you get as an A member. Every indication is it would go from green to red overnight, so the loss of that benefit, and then of course the National Electric Benefit Fund, if you work construction, would also be put in jeopardy. So very, very important that we let our senators know that our pensions should be protected. We don't work all of our life in order to not have financial security at the end of our working career. And this is not, I want to really emphasize, this is not anything to do with Republicans and Democrats. This should not be a political issue. This is our freaking pensions. This is what we work for. And so we've got to get this stopped. And yes, there are some plans out there. The Teamsters plan, for example, is one that is struggling. And there are plans out there that are struggling, but they should be helped instead of taxed out of existence. So more information to come, but please, please, please give us your support in making sure that our elected officials know not to mess with our pensions. You'll see some Facebook action. I know Lonnie Stevenson has got a video out there too, so please pay attention to that stuff, and let's try to get organized in order to make sure that we keep our pensions intact. If they're successful in the multi-employer pensions, there's no doubt in my mind that employers are going to see that and say, I don't have that financial liability in my pension plans either, so we need to stop it. Something that you will see is that since all the business managers throughout the state are cooperating in getting this information out to our members, that since our webpage is password protected, we're going to use Local 226 webpage in order to filter information. So when you get that postcard from us and it takes you to 226 webpage, that is meant to be that way, so we don't have to worry about giving everybody passwords in order to get into our webpage. Okay, so back to negotiations. Next week we're back to the table with Northrop Grumman. The first agreement that we made got voted down by the members, so we're back to the table on the afternoon, the 11th, and all day on the 12th. So please, Northrop Grumman members out there, be paying attention to what's going on. Make sure you're informing your negotiators on what the issues are. We want to get a successful agreement for you. So please stay in touch with your negotiators. We did put a survey out. I'm hoping that you all participate in that, so we'll have good information to lead us back into success. Kansas Gas still got lots of new hire stuff going on. I have a presentation today on Code of Excellence with a class of 13 hired over at the call center, and I see quite a few being new hire out in the field. So I need to get those classes established also. In order for you to be successful through your apprenticeship there at KGAS, you need to have attended a Code of Excellence session. So we're looking for dates to make that all happen. Got a couple of other neat events coming up. In January, there's a Kansas AFL-CIO organizing conference. Looks like a great agenda being held here in Topeka. And in the end, there'll be a lobbying day also. So anybody interested in that, please contact the office. I'll tell you to call David or myself, and we'll get you on the list so we can see how many folks we're going to send. But it sounds like a great opportunity. So anxious for that. And then, of course, February 6th through the 9th in Indianapolis, Indiana, we have a internal organizing training. And so the e-board has approved us to send some members, and so we're looking for participants. Again, anybody interested in internal organizing, the 6th through the 9th, that does overlap a weekend. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But again, those that went down to Oklahoma to attend that training really got a lot out of it, and Local 304 looked really good with our participants and how they did. So please contact the office if you got any interest in those things. Michael's Communication called. They're looking for employees, and you don't have to have a CDL. They'll help you get a CDL. So anybody that you know that is interested in a career with telecommunications, why Michael's Teledata would be a good spot for them. So again, please feel free to contact the office, call Chris Ubel or myself, and we'll get you hooked up with the information for that. Last thing I have is a couple of Wolf Creek bullets. We have back-to-back breaker-to-breaker runs that were successful based on the membership being active out there, and I really appreciate that work. And also we're looking to do some steward training next year. So it'll be the first time Local 304 is able to get in front of the stewards there at Wolf Creek. And also we're currently reviewing some of the side agreements that we had out of the last negotiation. So looking to find some success there. So I know that's kind of short and sweet for this week, but I appreciate y'all and good job out there, and let's keep up the good work and be safe this holiday season. Thank you very much.